You just checked your phone, there was nothing there. 30 seconds later, you check it again. Here's the system that makes that happen. This is brain roots.
You just checked your phone. There was nothing there. No message, no notification, nothing new. And 30 seconds later, you checked it again. This is not a bad habit you picked up. This is not a failure of self-control. This is one of the most sophisticated behavioral engineering systems ever built, running directly against one of the oldest reward mechanisms in your brain. Let's start with the mechanism. Your brain has a system built around dopamine, a neurotransmitter involved in motivation, anticipation, and reward. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. It is not. Dopamine is about the anticipation of a possible reward, the wanting, not the getting. And here is the critical detail. Dopamine fires strongest not when a reward is guaranteed, but when a reward is possible, uncertain, intermittent. Psychologists call this a variable reward schedule. It was identified in the 1950s by a behaviorist named B.F. Skinner. In his experiments, he gave rats a lever to press. When the lever delivered a food pellet every single time, the rats pressed it calmly. They knew what to expect. But when the lever delivered a food pellet only sometimes, unpredictably, the rats pressed it compulsively, frantically, far more than they needed to. Slot machines work on the same principle. Most pulls give nothing. Occasionally one pays out. The unpredictability is not an accident. It is the mechanism. It is why people sit in front of slot machines for hours, even when they are losing. Your phone is a slot machine in your pocket. Every time you check it, there is a chance something is there. A message from someone you care about, a post that makes you laugh, a piece of news that matters to you, or nothing. The unpredictability is built in, not by accident, but by design. The teams that build these apps measure engagement in milliseconds. They A/B test every sound, every color, every timing of a notification. The red notification badge is red for a reason. Red triggers an alerting response in the human brain. It was chosen deliberately. The pull to refresh gesture, the one you use to reload your feed, was designed to mimic the motion of pulling a slot machine handle. That is not a metaphor. That is a design decision. Beyond the variable reward, there is a second system at work. Humans are deeply social animals. For most of human history, being connected to your group was a survival requirement. Knowing what was happening in your community, whether you were liked and accepted, whether someone was trying to reach you, these were not trivial concerns. They were matters of life and death. Your brain still treats social information as urgent. A message unanswered, a notification unseen, feels like an unresolved threat, not because it is, but because the same system that monitored your standing in a small tribe of 40 people is now monitoring your standing across hundreds of digital connections simultaneously. It was never designed for this scale. It cannot turn off. This is why checking your phone does not feel like a choice. It feels like responding to something, a pull, a signal, something that needs your attention right now. So what can you actually do? The research is clear on a few things. First, distance works. Keeping your phone in another room, not just face down, but physically out of reach, measurably reduces the cognitive load it creates, even when you are not using it. The mere presence of the phone on a desk, even face down, has been shown to reduce available cognitive capacity. It pulls attention passively. Second, turning off non-essential notifications removes the variable reward trigger. If your phone only alerts you when something actually requires your response, it stops functioning as a slot machine and starts functioning as a tool. Third, and this is the part most people skip, understanding what you are actually reaching for when you check your phone changes the behavior. Often, it is not information you are after. It is a break from discomfort, boredom, anxiety, a moment of friction in whatever you are working on. The phone offers the fastest available escape from that discomfort. Knowing that does not eliminate the pull, but it gives you a fraction more room to ask whether the escape is worth it. You are not weak for checking your phone. You are a human being with an ancient reward system that was never designed to resist what is in your pocket. The question is what you do now that you know that.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Brain Roots. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.